we forget that the world is watching, and America was the leading protector of the world once upon a time. So now that America is crumbling down, the whole world, even the third world countries, are offering help, saying, "Yo, America, when things go south, when things go shit crazy, we're here for y'all. Even though y'all attack us, even though y'all
they weren't protectors, they were manipulators, and people
I know.
the
world has been seeing that. The world has been seeing them as stepping in everything, even though they were manipulators. Remember that we now see their light of what they are. What not us, but I mean, like, most of the people are seeing it right now, who they are, right? But previously, what they were telling people is they were the leading of everything in the world, and now the world is seeing that America being so divisive and so evil wise towards among themselves, that when now you go to another country to try to be a supportive or in the role of UNICEF or anything else, nobody's going to take America serious, period. America is going to be looked at as if you are not able to take care of your own problem. How can you come here and try to take care of our problem, or tell us how our dictators should run things, or how anybody should run things? You can't even run your own country. You see? So when the young lady was saying that the world is watching, the world is really watching, because I have family members all over the world. Remember, I came from a war-torn country where we fled. I have family in Australia, London, in China. I have family all over. And every one of them, when we talk and ask each other, hey, what do you hear about America? What's going on? What's happening? They're telling us that it does not look pretty, what we see, because we're seeing the truth. We're not seeing the manipulative news that you guys see on your own, news channels or all that. No, our people are telling us the truth, and we actually we're researching our own what's going on there and seeing it our own eyes. So be careful who is on your side and who's not on your side as well.
That is very true. I had my sister-in-law was from Sweden, and she it's against the law to lie in the news in Europe, and she would tell us more about our country and knew about it more than we did. So that's definitely true.
Peace. Brother L.
Yo.
I'm out here in LA, bro. I just wanted to get some perspective on this gun shit. Well, for one, that's people. We need to start moving.
Hey guys, I just PTR'd to do what's it called, Clubhouse. So I'm not telling y'all to do nothing, but do as thou wilt. All right, so PTR top left. That's the
dirt.
Put them in the dirt. Anyway, what you saying, brother?
I was just saying, as people, that we need to start moving with intention. I would say I'm cursed, not cursed, but maybe blessed with street PTSD, to sort of say. So it's like every little thing I do is like I'm paying attention to where I'm at, my surroundings, all that. But it's like it's really life or death in these times, and I hate to put that out there on the women and stuff like that in their mind, but it's just really what it is. And it's like when it comes to this West Coast shit and guns, it's like them laws and all that shit. Like, yeah, I'm highly aware of them, but at the end of the day, man, that shit really don't matter. Like,
well, I want to say this, brother. The reality is that the facts is this. All black people are not going to be able to get their hands on firearms in this critical time. So we need to prepare ourselves with what we can. If you could get your hands on a military-grade knife, family, or pepper spray, military grade, I think that's the way we got to go. We got to go that way. I'm not fear-mongering, but even if something didn't happen, you should have those things in general to prepare yourself and your family for whatever may come.
Of course, no, for sure. But they definitely have a lot of resources out here to where you can order them, go to another state. You got family members in a legal state.
Brother, is no disrespect, I'm just saying, by the timetable that we've been given on the 17th, I'm getting a video right now for some family that has infiltrated the white nationalist movement and is sending me the rhetoric that they sending around secretly. So I'll be playing that. But we don't have the time. we behind. You know, we don't really have no fucking time, bro. Like this shit is finna happen. We gotta prepare.
I mean, when you talking legally, we might not have time. But everybody that's in here that's black got some type of street tie. You could tap into the black market and find a gun, bro. Especially out west and the south. So
I get what you're saying. I know ladies who's from DC. I know. Okay.
Like it's ways, bro. It's ways. We can't limit ourselves to thinking like them people.
Do what you gotta do.
Also, if you have a marijuana card, you cannot legally get a gun. So if you have a marijuana card, you are not going to be able to get a gun in many states. So forget the laws. The laws don't count right now.
Man, the laws don't matter.
But you don't have to tell them.
And it's hard to get guns too right now.
You don't have to legally tell them that you have a marijuana card. It's against the law for them to even tell them.
Sister, like, don't worry about getting that shit on the real market. Like,
it's hard to get
them. They got people out here. Don't worry about getting that shit in the store and shit. They got people out here that's really pumping that shit in the street.
So how do we get those? Like, how do we find it?
I'm saying you gotta tap in with your brothers who in the field.
Your cousin.
Google black owned gun clubs. Google black owned gun clubs.
Go to Arms List.
And gotta go to the hood now. Gotta go to the hood. That was a part of all of them on there. A lot of the people that was a part of that Republican Party are also people that were chairman of the NRA that was disassembled in the same year.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They have more guns than we do because half of them sell them and have them.
Black-owned gun clubs are real. They're legitimate. They stretch all the way. I mean, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in D.C. They stretch all the way up from New York down to Florida. They're heavy in Georgia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland. Like, Google them, join them, reach out to the people that have started them. They know how to use weapons. They know how to train you to use weapons. They meet regularly. It's legit.
Man, if you still in the South, Louisiana and Texas particular, they still got gun shows going on, bro. Like, legit, walking in that bitch, buying Glocks for $100 is still a thing. Like, so I don't know what y'all got going in Chicago and all that, but I know in Louisiana for a fact, we just had a gun show.
Virginia too. Every day we have gun shows in Columbus, Ohio. There's lines every day.
Exactly. So it's out there, man. You got to tap in for real with your knowledge, street knowledge, or, intellectual knowledge, whatever. Google it, research it, man. The guns is out here, bro. Don't limit people on that.
Hey, y'all, I just wanted to add, this South Seas, like, the energy that them insurrections, them terrorists was having was the same energy. Like, my grandma told me this, you know what I'm saying? She's 90 years old, from Alabama. So it's like, the same energy that they had was lynch mob mentality. Like, okay, we're going to get drunk, we're going to find a black person, and we're going to hang them. Like, that's the same energy that them folks was coming with. And of course, like, they planning more shit. So I'm like, that's the energy that they're coming with. So we just got to be prepared. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, guys, just to piggyback on the energy on that, have you guys also noticed how their energy just resembles just the same as ISIS, the Islamic extremists? They drive the pickup truck with big flags, just like the ISIS.
They made ISIS.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same portrayal. It's the same image that they show you. Like, it's the same video. Or when I say, like, the training video that you see in every supremacist or everybody that's trying to take over, or a coup that's trying to take over a country or anything like that. But if you've noticed that these people are so much resemblance, the way they behave, the way they do all of that, just like ISIS. The pickup truck, the flags, the way they talk, the way they feel like they're entitled to run the country and run the people or anything in that regard. So just pay attention to that stuff as well, how much of a propaganda it is.
London, real quick. If we reach out to you via like IG or so, or the moderators, we reach out to y'all via IG, can we get access to some of those clips? Can we make those clips go viral? Can we share them with our people?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The satire to me is just I love you, London,
She breaking up.
All right, so let's do this. Y'all want to open up the stage for 2 minutes? I mean, for 30 seconds. Let some people on.
For sure. As long as they can keep the order and do it with intellectual.
And the energy is positive.
Okay. Don't come up here with no bullshit. We're gonna open the stage for 30 for we're gonna do 20 seconds. Jen, you got the time?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we opening it up. If you want to speak, you got something to say.
Brother Ben, and we need him to speak as well.
Oh, yeah, Brother Ben.
Yes, can I please hear from Brother Ben?
Absolutely. Brother Ben can speak now.
Absolutely. Brother Ben is tending to his family at the time. But if you guys need some resources, I can DM them to Brother L through Instagram. But Brother Ben is tending to his family at this time.
Okay, so we about to close the stage in 10 seconds. Count down, Jen.
If this is open and you want to speak?
All right, buy your bullets by.
All right, so we close the stage.
All right, done.
Listen, if you on the stage, you say anything crazy, that's counterproductive, we will remove you from the stage immediately. So, let's just kind of build. This is organized chaos, coined by the brother Javier, GQ up there. So
real quick, sister, can you share that your bullet sources that you was talking about? I mean, if you got some, because I'm always looking for new ones.
Are you talking to me? My name is Candace.
I ain't know who. That's a lot of people.
Okay, because I didn't know because I kept trying to raise my hand. All right. So I'm gonna break this down. I deal in strategy. That's my job. So what businesses, people who actually have real money, not this hustle money, what we've been planning for has been a timeline. And yes, to let you know, I'm that mysteriously black lady who's always in a room with a whole bunch of white folks. All right. So this is the plan. By Friday, you should have purchased everything you need to purchase. That includes they're going to stop the sales. If you're in North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Georgia, gun shops are pretty much ready to stop selling to minorities unless you purchase a gun. And even with that, it's going to be a minimum without a concealed carry permit. All right. So you need to prep because the timeline is the 17th. Great sources for anybody to follow up on anything I'm telling you. Go to MeWe. Those MeWe and Rumble are alternate sites. They're not monetized like Clubhouse. FYI, Clubhouse records you guys for up until an hour. All this information is turned over to the FCC, the CIA, and the FBI. All right?
It's allegedly.
No, it's fact. But
Miss Candace, wait, hold on, Miss Candace.
No, I'm telling you, it's fact.
Miss Candace,
you can't say that in here.
I got a question.
They'll shut the room down.
Cool. So
this is an important question, Miss Candace. Are you saying that in Virginia, the gun shops will be open, but they will not sell guns to black people? I just want to be clear on what you're saying.
I'm being very clear. Remember, businesses have a right to sell to whomever they wish to sell to. All right, we're clear about that. Just like
I just left a black-owned gun shop.
Can I say something real quick?
I said,
no, let her finish. Sister Candace, I'm saying allegedly because they would shut the room down if you don't say
allegedly. Well, okay, we'll say allegedly. All right. Keep this in the frame of mind. If I'm a gun shop owner and I'm aligned with this group and I have affiliations on certain pages in certain rooms, they can tell you which gun shops will and will not sell you bullets, who will or will not, or who has already decided that they will not sell any arms past this date. Okay? So again, you can go onto MeWe. There are lists. That's the website just like Facebook. However, it's not monetized. Like Clubhouse is not totally monetized yet. They can share information like that. That's why you don't hear about it. Just as Rumble is an alternative to Facebook. Rumble actually has videos as to how to train, how to prepare, and what's going on. These are sites that minority groups do not typically use, primarily because that's not what's advertised to us. That's not where we're told, hey, you can market yourself and monetize yourself. These are preparation sites. These are more informational sites for a target group that has the money to maintain it outside of being monetized by Fortune 500. Does that help you? So when I say it will behoove you to start purchasing, I'm not saying like major stock up, because let's face it, you're in America, you're still going to have stuff to move around. You have to augment what's your currency. You have to, of course, have a weapon. I'm not going to tell you not to get a weapon. If you're able to procure a weapon and ammunition, you need to do it before the 17th, because most of the active placement is going to take place starting the 17th. People are actually actively moving. There's already a plan. I'm here at Fort Bragg. They've already told us that we're going to shut down due to pandemic. We know everybody's getting sick, but you don't know, you're not told these things that far ahead. So when they come from sites that are on the SIPRNET, I pay attention. So if anybody else has SIPRNET access, pay attention and look at these other pages. That's all I'm telling you guys. Not trying to be negative, not trying to do anything else. And yes, just like the black dude there are white dudes on this page that have black girl faces on it. Being real, I work with these people. So keep that stuff in mind. Stop focusing on the black history. I love black history. I am a native Washingtonian. I live next to politicians and drug dealers, right there between both of them. I get it. But the thing everybody has to focus on is, all right, now what do we do? Hold on to God's currencies. All those gold chains and shit that everybody has, stop flashing them, put them to the side, because guess what? That's your currency. That's how you get into another country. All my refugees and people who are on this platform who have had to flee a country, they understand your paperwork, yeah, it makes some difference, but not much. What makes the difference is, are you able to buy your way into something? That's stuff people need to focus on. Most people are talking about crypto. Have you noticed that they were able to crash crypto by a huge percentage yesterday on certain markets where XRP is not even being sold anymore? You got to look at what's not going. So again, like I said, this is my job. I work in disruption. Do I have a lot of followers? No. Do I talk to a lot of people? No. But I'm trying to warn you all that the date is not this 20th. No. No, okay. It is starting on the 17th. This is what they consider prep week. All right? So, and why is it prep week? Because poor white people don't get paid until Thursday, depending on their banks. Mm-hmm. All right? So that's all I wanted to say. That's what I'm trying to get in y'all heads. Like, stop the Black History conversation. What are the actual key notes that you need to focus on? Everybody can buy a knife. Everybody can buy an axe. What are other currencies? Guess what? You know, alcohol is a currency. You know, seeds are a currency. Water can be a currency. Focus on those things. And the idea of just protecting your kids, no. Tell your kids it's okay to slice somebody's head off. It's okay. Why? Because they will do it to you. But also remember that more than half of America is not on their side. So it's not the same thing as succession. Like we can't just take whole states out. They're not going to do that. But if you own land, they can do that. So people with land, you have more space protection. Okay? That's it. Y'all take it easy.
Hey, I just wanted to say...
People need to mute their phones, man.
Keisha, mute your mic.
I did want to say there is some groups out here who have been training and have supplies and things set up as well. So if anybody needed some more information on that, definitely hit me up. I'm in the Georgia area.
Oh, actually, the Black Hebrew Israelites, that group, they're considered the number one Black supremacist group in America. They're here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, one of the bigger ones. If you just want insight on how to protect yourself being brown, they're willing to share that. Yeah, you might have to listen to some of their thoughts and ideas, but the overall idea of laws and items that are direly needed to protect yourself and your family, like I said, I'm not saying join them, but they do have some good insight, just as much so as the alternative group. They share some of the similar preparation and survival tactics. That's it. Y'all take it easy.
Thanks for the info, sis.
Thank you. So
Black gun owners online is called Black Gun Owner Association.org, and it has a list of gun stores and ranges that are Black owned all across the country.
Oh, that's a resource for sure. Thank you.
Hey, y'all also like
what's the name of it again? The website?
The website is called Black Gun Owner Association.org.
And I know a lot of y'all can't go to like gun stores and stuff. It's really too late for that anyway. But you can go to armslist
disclosing.com. A lot of people know about that. If you got like a felony or whatever, you can go somewhere like that and purchase you a gun through there. You won't have to worry about, taxes and all kind of stuff.
Say that one more time. Come again, brother. Say it again.
Armslist.com. ARMS list.com. It's like Craigslist, but it's for guns and ammo and all kind of stuff like that. And you can search, your city. You can search any city.
You, brother.
And, because I know a lot of y'all have all kind of laws and, you might have a felony or something like that. You can go to Arms List. You can also go to gunbroker.com also and get your guns and whatever you need through there, too.
Do you think it's too late at this point to get a gun?
Yeah, Gunbroker's good.
It's never too late. I mean, it's get it today. You can get, if you have to get whatever you want.
But you have to check your states and make sure that you can have that right kind of gun, because I wanted this gun and California would allow me to.
Don't worry about the laws right now.
They only allow me to have. They only allow me to have a rifle.
They wouldn't sell it to me. They wouldn't sell it to me.
Oh, you right.
Yeah,
my
wouldn't sell it to me.
I was about to say, laws are out the window. We're about to be in martial law, which means they're gonna make this shit up as they go. Fuck them laws. Get your shit.
Violence conviction. It may be preventing you from getting a firearm. They got a lot of rules and laws.
Or go to your neighborhood drug dealer.
Because you got to pick it up from the gun store. If you buy it online, you have to pick it up from the gun
California store. don't let you have over 10 bullets in your clip in general.
Yeah, so you can have more than 10 round magazine, but like I said, like if we talking about this kind of stuff, we're not really worried about law. That's why I said arms list. Like arms list, you're not buying it from a company or you it's a transaction between you and another person.
We in a lawless state right now. So if you want to,
all right, don't sleep on your crossbows.
Yeah, forget your laws, man. I'm just going to do what I need to do to make sure I'm right to bear my
as many arrows as you want.
The arrows,
and they are
reusable.
No, people don't laugh, but seriously, do not sleep on your crossbows because they shoot just like guns. You can have them posed as automatic and semi-automatic, and they self-load. They shoot just like guns. All right, so don't sleep on those because just a standard crossbow. You could go to Dick's. You could have a record. You could have your cannabis ID, all that stuff, because that's what I myself, and I'm be honest, the Caucasians that I know that are in these groups, that's what they bought to supplement their bullets, because right now you can't buy 9mm bullets. Like the guns that most minorities are familiar with by glamorization, that's already gone. So unless you have like a specialized 22 rifle that can be augmented very easily. So yeah, FYI, 22s can be augmented very easily to adjust to being a semi-automatic, like serious caliber weapon. For Black people who are like, what do I do? Because I don't want to stab somebody. I need to get a distance weapon. A hand crossbow works very much well the same way. Slightly, a good one that costs you about $300.
Yeah, she's speaking facts. That's how my brother prepares.
Yeah, so that's what you do. It's not like guns, arms, because guess what? They're looking at all that stuff. You have to register all that stuff. And in a scenario of martial law, of course, like people like myself, where some of my guns are registered and some of them are not. The guns that are registered can be seized by the government during a time of martial law because it's in a registry. Any weapon that's not on that registry list, i.e. your unlicensed guns, your older handguns, your older rifles, crossbows, knives, anything in that category. If you purchase fireworks on a stand that are real fireworks, not these little sparkler things, that wouldn't be listed. But if you purchased it from, let's say, like a fireworks store where you have to show your driver's license, that would be listed as a possible arm that you may have that they could confiscate. And yes, they can come in your house and just ransack your shit and take whatever they want, including food. So that's why I'm telling you, don't think of only, yes, the arms dealers, great, but think of things outside of what television and movies and all this nonsense that people have been telling you for years, because that's not reality. Because real life, people talking about, yeah, it's us against them. Dude, my neighbor has about 56 different guns that I don't have. So it will be a massacre. Oh. Like, don't even think that it's not going to be a massacre. Washington, D.C. area, guys, for every Black person that may have one gun, because we may have one, your white neighbor or your other neighbor has at least 10 and plus alternate forms of currency to purchase ammunition and another weapon. So Mace is funny. Mace is good, but Mace is funny. Your idea is going to be something that keeps distance between you and your child, or you and your family, and them. That's why I'm telling you, go ahead, because nobody's thinking to buy these. And where I'm at, they're typically sold out. This is how we think, right? Like, that's it.
Yeah,
strategy.
It's just about survival. However we gotta survive, we need to be, I think. Fuck, it ain't just guns. I mean, guns are good, but
here.
whatever.
I ain't gonna lie for everybody.
Brother next here.
Peace, y'all.
I'm not against.
Brother Ben, you with us? I think Brother Ben is still trying to speak at family.
Yeah, peace, family, man. I appreciate this room as always. For even your hearts and minds, for even thinking about the condition of our people. I got a long list, so I don't want to just say it here. If y'all could text community to this number, we have a Final Call article called A Practical Teaching for Urban Disaster Preparedness, and it goes over a lot of things that we're going to need for our homes. Just to throw something out there, if they cut off the roads for the trucks that's coming in with our food, right. Many of us don't even know how to fast. Some of us haven't fasted for 3 days in our life. So some of us would just be, just in turmoil, just if they cut off the food not being able to come in. If you got a food shortage, if they cut off the water that's going into our homes, some of us don't have water stored into our homes. Something as simple as, washing your hair, taking a bath. Do we have enough water for each member in our particular home? Do we have unperishable foods in our homes? Are we someone who has learned and trained ourselves to eat one thing and not have to need different things to survive? So you guys can text community to this number. I'll shoot you guys the whole list. Text community to 214-884-4644. That's 214-884-4644. And I'll shoot you guys the article, and I'll shoot you guys a video of the minister speaking on how to take control of the Black community, because he spoke about two things. He talked about knowing where the electric grid is. He talked about knowing where the picket is in your community that controls the water and send the water to your home. He said, because when we rise, we're going to have to know where these important things are. So I'll send y'all that video of the minister where he talked about some of these things, and I'll send you guys the full list from the nation on what we advise our people to have stored in their homes, just in case you can't leave. Because if you can't leave, then you're going to have to be able to take care of yourself, your family, and your children. So if you guys, again, the number is 214-884-4644, and I'll shoot you guys the article right now.
Repeat it one more time.
Community, text the word, just the word alone, community, to 214-884-4644. And I give time for everybody to text on about maybe 20 minutes, just to make sure everybody texts. I'll shoot you guys the article, and I'll shoot you guys the video.
Okay, done. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to play one thing that a brother sent me to play from a brother I listen to. Brother Seti, and I think it rings true. It's a 30-second clip. I just want to play it and see what you guys think.
All right. So, if these bitches come down here to attack you, they're soft targets. Now, you understand that. There's a lot of motherfucking pepperwoods that are not military. Now, you know what these bitches at? They out here in the suburban area. If that motherfucking military can get to you before you can get to them, that's your motherfucking fault. But if you know they're coming, you turn on the soft targets. And if they make sure you kill as many motherfucking enemies that you can before they get down there to you. That's one way of dealing with them. Okay? Just ravish the soft targets. In self-defense. These motherfucking cities are built militarily, strategically, where they can get in and out of these motherfucking cities. The motherfucking highway leads right to the motherfucking army base. Selfish. You understand what I'm saying? So what they're going to do, they're going to roll them motherfucking tanks right down the freeway. Mm-hmm. You got to Mogadishu these motherfuckers. You're going to have to run them motherfucking truck, cars, all on the freeway. You cannot give them free access up into the beach. You're going to have to close off all city streets with layers of motherfucking automobiles. You're going to have to blow the motherfucking gas stations. Don't let them motherfuckers blow them, because they'll strategically just shoot the motherfucker down. You got to blow the motherfucker so the smoke will go in the air. You want to burn that shit. That's what they did in Iraq down there.
So I don't really even know how to feel about that, but, you know, I want the family to discuss that, you know, or think about that moving forward.
Dang. So you just gotta ask yourself, is people really gonna be capable to make moves like that? A lot of people now organized on that level to where they can say, yeah, let's shut down this street. We're gonna mobilize. I think we gotta start, you know, linking up with the people that's in our proximity, you know, in a certain radius to say, all right, we're gonna be setting up these groups where we can patrol or whatever the case may be. But I think we got, is that realistic right now with the current state that people are in? Can you say I can call another 15 people and we can mobilize and shut something down real quick? Is that realistic?
Yeah, that's a good point, bro.
It is.
Hey, L, I'll say this. I don't have a comment on that, but I will say this. We have to get organized, and after this goes down, inshallah, you know, this thing dies down, we have to get into the mindset of training. We as a people have to stop waiting until it's time to start thinking about what our plans is going to be.
We should have been prepared
to know
like
what's
the Black
going to
Panthers were.
Like the FOI. Because we have the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Those who don't want to listen to him, we've had UEP. Those who don't listen to him, we've had all kind of people who've been warning us. And we can quote their books. We can quote their videos. We can quote what they said and but we have to get into the mindset of training as a basketball player. I can't come into the game trying to go between the legs and do my thing, and if I haven't been practicing, what I'm doing in private before the spotlight comes is what prepares me for that time. So if we are blessed with a time period to where this thing can die down, we have to really organize and start to train to where, meaning that I'm prepared when it happens. For example, if something goes down and my phone gets cut off, they shut off the signal. Do we all know where we're going to meet up in the city if all communication goes down? Do we have the walkie-talkies or whatever, the proper one to have to where we able to communicate with one another? If my family member, do we got some smoke alarms to where certain things goes? These are some things that we all have to unify and start to think about before these things happen, because trying to organize while it's happening is a good thought, but we have to really start doing this beforehand so that we all know what to do when my cell phone shut down and I can't get on Clubhouse, when my signal goes out and I can't tap into Instagram to see what the updates is. So I just want to put that out there as well. Let's take this into the future and keep this going. Let's not only do this when something happens, let's keep this kind of conversation going before it happens.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
That's something I want to say.
If I can say something.
Also, I'd like to say something.
Let me say one thing real quick, and then I'm going to turn it back over, and I appreciate the brothers for being here. This is my position.
Damn, these people say they on our side, but why is it that they blame the weaponry for some bullshit that some person did? That's just like blaming the spoon for people being fat. It makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? I should be able to have my firearm because I want to protect my family, because we all know that the police are not there to stop anybody from doing anything to us. They ain't gonna be there in time. You know what I mean? But if you come in my house and I pull out that Mossberg 500, you're gonna know something. You see what I'm saying? So, and all my children know how to shoot. I'm talking about, I got teenagers, you know, my son is 12 and my daughter is 15. You see what I'm saying? I take them out there. Now, we live out in Nevada where we got desert space and everything like that. So, but out there in the woods, I'm from Virginia. I'm from Norfolk. I'm a Navy baby, okay? But I also
shout out Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, 757 in the building, 2 up, 2 down. But what I'm saying is like I also was down in the 919 for many years. That's why I joined the Army at Raleigh. I'm not going to be long, but all I'm saying is this, though. You know, don't listen to the propaganda where they say, oh yeah, you know, we should get the guns off the street. The guns is already on the street. You see what I'm saying? The question is, are you going to let them tell you and scare you into voting for them to take away your right to have yours? That's what we need to be listening to, okay? Because apparently what we've been doing and how we've been voting ain't been working. That's all.
Hey, L, on the elderly and the women tip, where's that directly? I want everybody to know I'm in LA. If anybody needs to know, I would put myself in
the firearms trying to.
Who's saying that?
You get one.
Remus. That's Remus talking about. So I just want to throw that out there because, like you said, that Underground Railroad got to be built, and you got to have stuff stored wherever. So I just want y'all to know I'm in LA, and consider me a resource that can tap you into whatever you need. I've been 4, 5, 6 generations here now. My daughter's 6 generations in Los Angeles, California. So, whatever you need to get plugged into, it's going to come down. A lot of times it's like knowing my man Shooter out there in Vegas. I think I'm taking note of that. Sometimes it's knowing who got everything in position. You see, and you do it all you can personally. Definitely, that's always good advice. But then after that, okay, who's in North Carolina? I need to know. Who's in, Austin, Texas? Who? That's like my man El was saying earlier about that map. Mapping out your map to you where you personally know not only your city, not only your state, but like you said, when you do post up and get to St. Louis, who you calling? Like, you need to know, that kind of thing. So on that note, yeah.
One more quick thing. I just want to say this. I live in Nevada, okay? In Nevada, we can get ammo and shit like that, right? It gets scarce, okay? But listen to me very carefully. Just like the brother was saying, it's all about networking, right? Let's say I live in Nevada and I can get ammo. Someone else lives in Texas and they can get firearms. Somebody else lives somewhere else and they can get body armor. You see what I'm saying? By the way, you can get body armor from a military surplus store too also, by the way, just in case you were wondering. But the point I'm trying to make is this. There's a site called gunbroker.com, okay? Now, if you get on Gunbroker, this is like Craigslist for guns, right? So it's private sellers, okay, and things like that. Now, keep in mind, though, if you do buy a firearm from gunbroker.com, it's not like you can just go and pick it up from that person. Most of the time, they have to ship it. You see what I'm saying? It has to go to your FFL, which is your gun store, but, they'll run the background check and the bullshit. But the point I'm trying to make is this. If you already have firearms and, things like that, you need ammo or something like that, we should have a network in place to where it's like, okay, where is the ammo that's in surplus around the country, and do I know anyone there? You see what I'm saying? Where the gun laws aren't so strict, because there are people. The young lady in California, she'll tell you, a lot of people come to Vegas to get their firearms legally and then take them back. Some people go to Texas, right, and get their firearms and then take them back somewhere else.
Yeah, because you guys have more and we don't in California.
But this is exactly because of the laws there. Because I don't even consider California to be the United States, because they fucking y'all over there. That's why the California Exodus is a thing, right? But the point I'm trying to make is this though. Okay, if I live in Vegas and someone else lives in Texas, but y'all live in DC, y'all live in New York, y'all live in Chicago, maybe, linking up and saying, okay, well, we need this. We can get a firearm legally, okay, and maybe we could do a private sale or something like that, on good faith, because that is a legal thing also. Pay attention to how you can legally get around the gun store mentality, because as a private citizen, you do have the right to buy and sell your property. You see what I'm saying? In person. You see I'm getting that? So look into things like that and try to network as well as you can, because we're going to need each other out here. Shit's hitting the fan, and I'm telling you right now, we ain't got no poncho right now.
I would like to add that another way to secure ammo is to find, I don't know about any other states, but in California we have Big Five. Big Five Sporting Goods sells ammunition. Every morning, 2 hours before they open, I'm at the door waiting for them to open so that I could secure me some 9mm, 223s, and 5.56. So learn the shipment days of your Big Fives in California and be there early in the morning so that you, can get your needs handled.
Also, you can order it online. Ammo can be shipped to your house. By the way, if you go to bulkammo.com and places like that, ammo can be shipped directly to your door. It's not a firearm. Ammunition can be shipped.
Not in California. You need an FFL.
For ammunition?
Yes.
California.
Yep. See, that's why that's across the border for me. I don't know nothing about that. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really sad.
Hey guys, Before anybody
Brother Bennett,
says anything,
can you repeat that? Can you repeat that number again for those who coming in and those who missed out?
Yeah. If anybody want, there's some links that I've been sending out on some things we need to have in our home. I've also been looking at some of the links that the brother and other people have been sending, so I'll be sending those out later as well. If y'all text community, a lot of y'all been DMing me, not sure why, but text community to this particular phone number. That's how you're going to receive it. 214-884-4644. Don't send community to my DM. Text it to this number. 214-884-4644. Just the word community alone. Nothing more, nothing less. Just text community to that number, and I'll send you guys some links. And I've been looking at some of the links that they've been sending. 214. It's also in my bio, by the way. If y'all just click my my profile and read my bio, it's in my bio at the bottom too. 214-884-4644. I've already sent out the link in the video. I'll resend it in about an hour to let everybody get on the list. So I'll resend it out to everybody. And these links that I've been checking out from everybody else, I'll be sending those out to y'all as well, so y'all can have them in y'all phone.
I want to say one thing.
Hey, Brother Ben.
It's in his bio.
I want to say one thing to y'all. Let's continue to bring awareness to our people. Also, a lot of events coming up like the Super Bowl, and there's a lot of black folks still going out wanting to have fun, especially down in Atlanta. But right now is not a time for us as black people to be gathering, trying to be kicking and having fun. When you get your stimulus, sit your ass down somewhere and go buy your gun.
I want to speak to something for the ladies real quick. If you don't have access to, the gun stores or whatever, look at places like Harbor Freight. I'm in Indiana. I know there's some in Texas, but y'all, I bought a machete. It was only $5. They got this hunting knife that has a little survival kit inside the handle where it's got matches, a fishing hook, a compass, matches. That's only $7. You can buy all-weather tarp because you never know when you might need to have just shelter that you can go in a bug-out bag. That's $2.99. There are some low-cost alternatives or additional options because we always got to stay ready. And I just wanted to bring that out because besides just thinking about, I got to get a gun, there are other low expensive options too.
Before anyone else goes further, I want to just give this word of advice. We're talking about some really, really serious information, especially in this room. I would advise everyone to go and download a VPN on their phone, okay? Especially when you're offering such sensitive information. Anybody who knows what a VPN is?
Virtual private network.
Please.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Go get a VPN ASAP.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay? This is the highest speaking. If you're going to say anything else, make sure you have a VPN on your phone. That's all.
Sis, how do I do that?
Go to your app store. You can... there's so many. It's CyberGhost.
Nord is a good one. Nord.
Yeah.
VPN.
Can we do this over Zoom so we can see?
Don't use them free when you pay for that shit.
Right. And make sure whatever country or location you choose, I would prefer that you guys choose out of the country. Okay? Highly recommend it. But continue the conversation if it's lightweight.
Yeah, who is the sister that's speaking right now?
Brother Ben is me. Is Ahayadea.
Ahayadea. I heard somebody say something about can we do a Zoom? I know a lot of us are visual learners. Is that something? And I can get just a consensus from everybody. Is that something that you guys would be interested in doing? You guys who don't understand,
yes.
see it for yourself.
For the VPN, it should be really easy. You could just download the app. Just type in VPN in the app store, and then you should just connect that way. It should just
and you can get a free trial as well to start. You know what I mean? But find one you like and listen. If y'all gonna get busy like this, get yourself a VPN.
Let me also say,
okay, sister, can you send that to my DM as well? So when I shoot out these text messages, I can add that link or whatever information as well. Just shoot that to my DM.
Let me say this also. However y'all may feel about the nation, I think we've proven that we got love for our people, no matter what anybody might think. So I say that because Brother Ben is excellent. If you're not following him, or I see you going down the road of offline. The connections to me is most valuable. Us knowing each other, because we taught that our unity is the key to our salvation. So it ain't a matter of everybody necessarily being on the same religion right now, but the unity of understanding we still need to be alive. Just that alone, we need to be connected, and I know from there we'll build rapport. Got some people already hit me on the DM, so I'm just saying right now I need to have a database, and we all do. We've all been building it. If you're smart, who you can go to, and no matter what, just understand that your minister, I say your minister, no matter who you are, Minister Farrakhan, that's a connection all over the planet. Just understand there's been some work that's put in. Sometimes if you don't know the back streets and the alleys, and you don't know, that's one thing about our people is we know. I guarantee you, if you around London, I think you realize he ain't letting nothing happen to whoever he loves. At the end of the day, you're going to want some soldiers like that around you. So I'm just saying that to say, knowing who to connect to, and then from there, everybody's connected to everybody anyway, once that network is built. And also being mindful of who's not trying to let people connect, who don't want you to have these highways and byways and connections. Be mindful of that.
That's why, my brother, that's why one thing we preach with all the rooms we do is unity, not uniformity. Because once you understand that, we can all have differences. Like, I'm not a part of the nation. I'm a Christian, you know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And one thing about it is, I don't feel like it should matter whether or not who you believe in, what you believe in, that we are all coming together to fight a common goal. And that's why I always stress that the important thing is unity, not uniformity, because we're not trying to be uniform. We're not all trying to be on the same thing, but we are trying to have a common goal reached. And that's why one thing about us is no matter what you believe, you can believe the Power Rangers going to come save us around this motherfucker. If that's what you believe, shit, bring your ass on, suit up, and let's go. Because one thing about it is we all got to get there.
Exactly.
Hey, Brother Hollywood. This is Love.
Hey, Brother Hollywood.
Hey, good afternoon, y'all. This is Love. So I live in Pennsylvania, not far from Philadelphia, and I live in a home that has 5 separate apartments. I rent out the other 4 on Airbnb. So if it all comes down to it, I have room for 4 other families other than my own. If shit really gets real, I don't have to rent it out. I can make sure that people are provided for and have shelter.
What's your name, sis?
It's Love. I'm at the top.
Hi, my name is Maya. I have a quick question. That was very nice of you. Yes. I'm not in that area, but that's very, very nice. I have a quick question that should be able to be talked about, not on VPN. It's just about medical supplies. And of course, not just a little rinky-dink first aid kit, which I have a couple of those. Can anyone suggest items that one should have just in case something really goes down and we can't get to?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah,
if you're talking about a trauma kit or a tourniquet.
If you text that number, that's what I was talking about earlier that I sent out, a full list. So if you text community to my number, just click my profile and look at my bio. Just text community to that number that you see. I'm sending out a full list for you guys to have.
That's the snack. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the brother can add more to it, but the brother, you can add more to it. You may have something that's not on the list, but I am sending out a full list as well.
And I know it's a lot of people in here. One thing I'll say is this. I stand behind anything Brother Ben X is telling you about. He is not telling you anything that's going to lead you down no wrong rabbit hole or nothing crazy. He has some valuable information for the people. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe, Brother Ben X is a good brother, and I stand behind him 100%.
Shout out, Brother B.
DJ, Brother Ben, what you said, if you PTR, you'll see it on my bio. I did text community just so people can have an idea of what the number is. PTR, and you'll see on my bio here.
Oh, I see you. Got it.
Is there anybody in Atlanta, Georgia area with resources?
Yeah, you can hit me up. Hit me up on IG.
Who's saying that? You can hit me up.
I am Tactical Judah on IG.
How close are you to the bluff, sis?
Very close.
If you look up 10,000 Fearless Home, let me see if I can. They do. I think they're giving away food and clothing every week. Just Google 10,000 fearless men and women. We have a headquarters there
where they do a lot of community work there. They give out clothes, food to the homeless, things of that nature. Brother Sharif does a good job out there. You may be able to get some resources from him. Just Google 10,000 fearless men and women Atlanta, and the address will pop up.
Okay. Can I make a quick suggestion right now? Since there's so many people in here, if there are people who have the resources, is there a way that they can just change their profile picture to their state? Like it's like thousands of people in here, and sometimes by the time you're done talking, we can't find you. If we can at least see your profile picture has your state, maybe people close to your area can just automatically go to your profile and go to your social media and be able to contact you. Instead of, I guess, everybody asking who knows who in which state. Is that something that could be done to help people who are looking for those in close proximity when it comes time to need resources or assets?
That makes sense. I would also add that since there's so many people here, that we should, if you're in a different state or whatever, or if you're a different profession, if you're a medical professional, I say why not start a different room talking about medical preps and things like that. If you're into firearms and self-defense, start a room so people can, if that's what they're looking for, they can go there and be able to speak and be heard and things, because there's a lot of people in here. And, I think we might need to break this down into different sections also so we can get more information to the people who want a specific thing.
And that's what I was saying. If somebody puts their state as their profile, everyone from that state can go into a private room with them, and they can organize, according to their area. They know how to get around that state. They know, where the resources are, who may have them, instead of people from across the country, kind of being in the middle of that conversation. I just thought it might be a bit easier. So just throwing that suggestion out.
No, that was a great idea.
I wanted to make a comment. Please be careful with who you tell that you have resources to. We are at a critical time right now, so you don't know what kind of spirit people might be in when they reach out. So just, be safe when it comes to giving people your resources, your personal resources. That's all.
Could the brother who gave out his Instagram in Atlanta, Georgia, could you say it one more time? I can't find it.
Said, I am Tactical Judah.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
And also, I'll just speak on this until the room gets created, like the 10,000 Fearless in Austin, Texas. But this idea of first responder, being a first responder, while we do have a calm, like right now, and like you said, we prepare for the worst, but we keep moving out with putting things together tactically and meeting community, volunteer ministers, different things that you can be active. It's time to be more active to whatever degree you can. But like I said, those are different breakout rooms. But I think the primary thing is just having the network of who in different locations in your city, state, tightening up the network with who who you deal with.
I just had a question. How can I make sure I get back into this room? Because I'm new to this, so I don't really know how to work it. But I'm really enjoying the conversation.
If you follow all the moderators and the people who said things that resonate with you, anytime we're in a room, it'll you can get pinged to the room by us, or if you go on the homepage and you swipe left, it'll show you a list of everybody online and what rooms they're in, and you can join us in those rooms. And a lot of times when we start rooms, if you follow us, it'll let you know. Yeah, if you hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when we start rooms, so that way you can join in on the conversation with us.
Okay, I did follow all the moderators. So my name's Unity.
If you hit that bell beside their name and their profile, it'll alert you whenever they're speaking in a room. So if there's someone who's giving valuable information, whenever they're speaking, if you hit that bell beside their name and their profile, it'll let you know whenever they're speaking in a room.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
I also wanted to say, be mindful of what you're saying on here, okay? Because, listen, I don't know about the clip that the brother was playing earlier. That was the guy who was going off and all this. We should go and do this. Listen, be mindful, okay? Because what I'm talking about when I talk about firearms, I'm talking about protecting yourself, period. Not going out and doing nothing to someone else. I'm talking about being able to protect yourself and your family and your kids. You see what I'm saying? Once you get to talking about going into proactively be violent towards another person, you know, you get into a lot of different laws that could have you really screwed over what you say.
Yeah, on that note, if you're keeping up with the Capitol to whatever degree, one of the things that they bring in charges on these cats is with inciting a riot. You know what I'm saying? Like, the verbiage gets real technical, and that's where, again, back to the discipline, doing your homework, being able to self-defense. You know, those of us that's with the nation, we taught across the board not to have the weapons, but that don't mean don't know how to use it. In case it's presented to you, know what to do with it. But the idea is harmless, never be the aggressor. But if aggressed upon, you have to fight like hell with those that fight with you. But the point is, if you bring a certain mindset, you're gonna have to lean on that mindset. So it's the idea of, again, leaning on a much higher reality, but it don't mean you're being stupid. It's the idea that if you love what you love, you're gonna protect it. And so, but the idea is definitely, there's a lot of wisdom in what brother's saying in this hour, because the enemy wants to try any way they can to try to make sure they trip you up. And so, so it's just something to be mindful of, because it's that fine line, and we know. But at the end of the day, you realize that you got to love your own, accept your own, and be yourself. And you got to be able to, and deepen the love for what you say you love. And this idea that thinking that you're not going to protect and be prepared for whatever you love, that's just not a good mindset. So that takes on every facet that you can think of. So there's no shortage of time you can spend into being prepared, period. And so, you prepare for the worst, but you pray it doesn't have to happen, because if it goes down, then, people get caught up in things that once it starts to unfold a certain way, anybody's been in, like I said, military, whatever streets, you can't pull it back. Once it gets to a certain point, you can't undo it. It's on.
Thank you, Brother Remus. Awesome.
Also, another thing is for anybody, I think somebody said before that this is Clubhouse and there's a lot of people listening in, so just be mindful of what you're saying, because they can incriminate and they also can shut down this room. Just be mindful of what you're saying. If you're saying certain things, even though it may be fact, also sometimes say allegedly when you're talking about case sensitive stuff on here, because they'll either kick you out of here or they'll shut down whoever is in this room. Like, let's say the moderators that we're following and we're just listening in and trying to take in as much information. Just be mindful of that too, so that nobody's getting in trouble, because they will incriminate you. Also, they can also incriminate you because people are on here recording us. So just be mindful, say allegedly when you can. If you're talking about facts, if you're talking about stuff that's really going on, just be mindful of that stuff.
Amen. Quickly, I see some people have PTR'd and changed their profile pic, and I appreciate it. I have elderly family in North Carolina, and if anyone's in North Carolina, like it's in the sticks, North Carolina, I would just like to know who you are so I can reach out.
Who's talking?
It says DMV.
Okay.
In red. Yeah.
If you haven't already, follow all the mods. Start from top to bottom.
My name Keisha, and I'm in Texas, and I'm just looking for people who have resources also. I have stocked up on, I'm not for sure who said me.
Oh, I would say what I said, Keisha, follow all the mods and DM us. We're finna